Hey everyone, it's Dave out on the Steve Vai Passion and Warfare World Tour. Finishing up the tour, actually, we're in Dallas, Texas today. Got Jeremy Colson over here. Jeremy, what do you think of all this going on over here?
I like the cables back here, the different inputs and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Gonna do a quick rig rundown, or I don't know if that's trademarked or not. A gear talk through, maybe we'll call it that. We'll start with the amps over here. I'm using a Friedman BE100. 100 watt head, been using this since 2012. It's a remarkable amp through a pair of Friedman 412s with vintage 30s. Really simple setup, but such a monstrous amp. Just absolutely fantastic. Let's come over to the pedal board. Again, pretty succinct. We got everything on the floor. I've got a Dunlop volume pedal, which I love because it's passive and very smooth, which, you know, is so nerdy, but it really does make a difference. The Crybaby, the basic Crybaby, I don't know what it's called, 95 or something, but it's just the absolute basic Crybaby. It does clean wah and dirty wah and everything in between really well. Mini tube screamer, Wampler DB Plus for some clean boost, which is what I use mostly in front of the BE because it doesn't really need any color like you're gonna get from a tube screamer. The Wampler Tumnus is another awesome pedal, clone of a Klon type of thing. Really cool. I'm using that in front of the clean channel for some grit type sound. Keeley Compressor Pro, my favorite compressor pedal out there. Love that thing. It's basically a studio compressor in a box. Love that. And then the Keeley Monterey I'm using, this thing does like 6 or 7 different effects. I'm using it for the auto wah setting. Pair of Eventide H9s, which I'm using for choruses, reverbs, delays. I'm using it actually as a whammy pedal. Octave divider, the crystals kind of sound, that classic Eventide kind of cool thing. Peterson tuner. I've got an expression pedal here to control the H9, like I said, when I use it as like a whammy pedal. And then the brains of everything is the Gig Rig G2. So everything is on all the time. It's just looped into here, and then I have presets set up, like clean with the chorus, clean with the crystals, lead, which changes the delay, lead overdrive, which engages one of the overdrives, whichever one I have on, and et cetera, et cetera. It's a really simple setup, but very powerful. You can do really anything you want with it. And then we've got a cool little junction box here. This is called the Cinco by the Gig Rig guys as well. And DiMarzio built this really great snake. Obviously everything is color coded, so even if you don't know what you're doing, you just match your colors and there you go. It's very simple to set up. And that's the board. We do have a pair of Line 6 G70s down here, which we use for the sitar and the acoustic to keep them on wireless so we can move them on and off stage easily. And a Furman, nice little Furman power outlet there to keep everything all powered up. Let's, I don't know if it's too dark over here, but let's take a look over here at the guitars real quick. So I'm using PRS out here, and this is one that they built back in 2010 for me. This is a 7-string 513. It's maple over ash with a maple board and a maple neck and an ebony board. This is my main player out here. Love this thing because it can do high output humbucker, low output humbucker, or single coil. And it's really freaking awesome. You can get so many sounds out of the 513 series of guitars that they build. I do think this is the only 7-string 513 they've ever done, which makes it, awesome and unique, aside from the fact that it's already awesome. But that's my main player. We're actually borrowing one of their S2s out here. So this is obviously a gold sparkle S2 all the way around. Really cool guitar, and these S2s are made in Maryland, but they, they're a little bit, they don't have the super fancy tops or anything like that, but they still play great. We've got this one for drop tuning. I do a song in C and then another one in drop D, or fully D, so everything's down a whole step. And then I do have one more 7-string, but it's backstage, so we're gonna have to skip that one for now. And then we're using a PRS SE Angelus acoustic, which I used back in 13 when I was opening the shows over in Europe, playing my acoustic stuff. Fantastic acoustic, the SE line again, but we have it stuffed and capped, or else it would just resonate on stage. And that's a good thing though, because when it's not stuffed and capped, it does have a lot of great volume to it. Awesome, highly recommend those things. And that's it. that's my little rig talk through. Again, wrapping up the Steve Vai Passion Warfare World Tour in Dallas, Texas today. We got about a week left, and there you go. Hope you enjoyed it.